Now, World Health experts have classified the artificial sweetener aspartame as being possibly carcinogenic or causing cancer. But they say that the current advice on how much to have in a day does not need to be changed. Well, aspartame is found in diet and sugar-free versions of foods. So let's speak now to Emeritus Professor of Science Policy at the University of Sussex. That's Eric Millstone. Eric Millstone, thank you for being with us. So talk to me about the importance of the possibly carcinogenic. What does that mean day to day? Should we be worried?
I think people should be worried, and I think the food and beverage industry should be worried as well. In fact, two reports came out today from different parts of the World Health Organization. The International Agency for Research on Cancer said aspartame is a possible human carcinogen. And I read the report this morning. I was interested to see that actually two members of the panel wanted to go further and characterize it as a probable carcinogen. So I think they were being a little bit timid.
And just explain that scale for us. Sorry to interrupt, but just explain the significance of possibly and the rest of the scale. Where does it kick in that we need to worry?
Well, I think it's reasonable to worry more about a probable carcinogen than a possible one. But even a possible carcinogen, there is clear evidence that aspartame has caused cancer in laboratory animals, including mice and rats. And there is some direct human evidence that from a large group of consumers that there were high rates of a particular kind of liver cancer. The reason they were only calling it possible rather than probable is because they're not sure what the mechanism might be by which it causes cancer. But it seems to me that concerned about the mechanism are a bit tangential. If there's evidence it can cause cancer in animals and in humans, that for me is sufficient reason to be extremely careful. Yeah, however,
sorry to interrupt again. I mean, it's fascinating, this subject, isn't it? Because the World Health Organization say that, heavy consumers of aspartame should cut down. That's quite clear, that if you're consuming a lot of it, then it poses a greater risk. But some would also argue that sugar itself, so this designed to be, and seen in some circles to be a healthier version of sugar, they're saying sugar in itself causes huge health implications.
Indeed it does, and I'm not for a moment ever suggesting that people should diminish their artificial sweetener consumption and increase their sugar consumption. But it is important to realize that in this country and the rest of Europe, as the consumption of artificial sweeteners has risen over the last 20, 30 years, there hasn't been a corresponding decline in sugar consumption. So in practice, artificial sweeteners are not functioning as sugar substitutes, but as supplements to sugar consumption.